Cruisers broke new ground with their Cantius Series, but some people wanted a smaller, sportier version than the original 48. Thus, the 41. Does the appeal carry through this boat as well? Let's find out. The ambiance on the Cruiser's Cantius 41 is just like it is on the 48. Tons of open space, lots of natural lighting, windows everywhere. But when you lose LOA, you've got to give up something, right? What do you lose on the 41?
Well, on the 41 Cantius, where you would notice some of the things different than the 48 is the wet bar area and the storage capability in the upper helm area is a little tighter than the 48. Other than that, the seating arrangements, the seating furniture is the same, identically the same as the 48 Cantius.
Wow, it's actually the same furniture.
Yeah, same furniture, same seating capacity as the 48 Cantius.
John, when I came down to check out the engine room, I noticed that everything is labeled, the fuel filters, the pumps, everything.
Yeah, not only are they labeled, they're positioned so you can reach them easily. And in addition to the labeling and the positioning, the wire harnesses to each mechanical system, it has a label on the jacket of the harness itself so you can identify what it's for.
How many of the wires?
The wires throughout the whole boat.
You mean every wire on the boat is labeled?
Every wire on the boat, yes, sir.
Wow. If you like the idea of bringing the outdoors indoors, you're going to like this big, giant sliding door. Now, if you're a boater, you're going to like how well it's built. The dinette table is an excellent example of how well Cruisers thinks things through. It looks like you just fold it open, and it's a little floppy, right? Check this out. Nice and sturdy. Bringing the outside inside is the heart and soul of this boat. And with the overhead sunroof, all you got to do is press a button. The side windows also open and close at the press of a button. I love these, great ventilation. But if this were my boat, I'd be very cautious about leaving these open when people were walking back and forth from the bow. One of the really neat features on the Cantius series is the connection between the lower and upper cabins. I can be down here prepping lunch, cooking in the microwave, the stovetop, or getting something out of the fridge, and I can still talk with people seated at the dinette up above or at the helm. Even though the 41 is significantly smaller than the 48, this is still a two-head boat. And how many day heads on 41 footers have a shower this big? You'll find the second head here in the mid cabin. Now, I really liked that they brought this molded lip up nice and high so water doesn't go splashing out onto the carpet when you take a shower. And you have a pair of single berths. There's also a flat screen TV down here and a stereo system. In the forward cabin, there's a queen berth and a cedar-lined hanging locker. How many 41 footers even have an optional central vac system? Even though there's a full galley inside, you gotta have the electric cockpit grill. After you're done grilling and chilling, it's time for a swim. There's a 4-step ladder right under here. On the back of the transom, you do have a raw water wash down for your cockpit rinse, and there's a hot and cold freshwater shower. Now, this isn't my favorite unit here. This door's a little clunky to me and it might break, but Cruisers said that they realize that too and they're gonna upgrade it. On a lot of express cruisers, there's a real temptation to blow out the cabin as much as you can, give as much interior volume as possible, and really squeeze down the side decks, but that makes it tough to get forward. I really like that on the 41, there's still plenty of room. Once you're up on the bow, you have this great double-wide sun pad that converts into a lounger. Now, if you examine a 41 for yourself, one thing you've got to pay attention to is the anchor locker. First off, notice how smooth this is. Everything is recessed. You have up and down foot controls. There's a raw water wash down so you can rinse off your pretty stainless steel anchor, not bring all that mud aboard. There's a handle right here so you have your manual backup right where you need it. A gas assist strut supports the hatch, and there's a recessed drain so water doesn't pool up in here. Nice job. With the Volvo Penta IPS 450s, we cruised right around 20 knots and topped out at well over 25 knots. And can this boat handle seas? Let me tell you, we went through Jupiter Inlet with a stiff 20-knot breeze blowing. Yeah, this boat can handle some seas. So, does the Cruiser's Cantius 41 fulfill its mission? Is it a smaller, sportier version in the Cantius series? Does it maintain that open attitude? You bet it does. If you're looking for a 41-foot cruiser, this is one you got to check out.